Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy is brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion, located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street, in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com. It's everything you never needed to know. This is Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Who was the first couple to sleep together on a sitcom on television?
In what culture is it okay to spit on a bride? Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy. And this week, we scour the internet to find out these useless tidbits just for you.
Plus, we'll answer your questions in the mailbag segment. This week, a listener wants to know, who is that mystery voice on our show? And in the news, hey, did somebody step on a duck?
Totally useless information. It's everything you never needed to know.
This is Totally Useless Computer and Technology Information. Let's double click with Roy and Nick.
Yes, thanks for joining us. You know, I've stopped counting countries. I just stopped. So
91, Nick.
Around the world, around the world, and in North America as well, on the iHeartRadio Talk Network, coast to coast to coast in Canada and the United States. Just around the world.
I, on the other hand, relish in the fact that 91 countries, some that we don't even know where the hell they are or what continent they're on.
That's right.
But thank you for listening.
Yeah, you don't know where those countries are because you failed that in geometry class. Okay, so we're talking about computers. So
you think you're a smarty pants.
So you can email us here at nickandroy.com, but we actually have individual mailboxes. For example, I have Nick at nickandroy.com, and Roy has a mailbox, Roy at nickandroy.com. All of you that have emails have the @ sign. So what is that @ sign? The little symbol, the @ sign, and the email address. It wasn't meant to change the world. In fact, it was chosen because nobody used it. In 1971, a guy named Ray Tomlinson was trying to figure out how
Ray Tomlinson, 1971. I have the same fact.
Do you? Wow.
Dun, 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 dun.
So he tried to figure out how to send a message from one computer to another. That's all I'll say, because then you can finish the
Can I finish it?
Yeah, go ahead.
And he decided he needed to separate the name of the person from the name of the computer. So this is great, because sometimes this happens because we don't. Anyone that listens to the show, you guys truly understand. Nick and I do not talk about what we're going to say on the show. We just say we're going to do computers. You do 4 and I'll do 4.
Right.
And what happens is sometimes, and because we do record this show and we do it live, technically, you know, like we want this feeling between us. We don't script this show. And so sometimes this happens. So anyway, in order to separate the name of the person from the name of the computer, this person said we need to do something. He didn't want to put a backslash because that might confuse some of the other computer programming things. So he used the @ sign, which nobody used before. So in the early 1900s, they would say, hire a computer because we need somebody to sit here and tally all these things up, or, you know, do the spreadsheets, so we need a computer.
Right.
So when the computer was invented, the original people that invented the real computer that we use today said, what do we call it? And they said, well, it's going to replace the computers, so let's call it a computer.
How smart.
That's how it gets the name. It was the name given to the human person who tallied things up. It's the replacement.
So if you call someone a human computer, it's like you're being redundant.
Nick,
yes.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Warning. All of our listeners should understand we're being replaced by computers. Don't you see the handwriting's on the wall?
It
in
is.
Capital letters,
in capital
Nick.
letters. It is. And we didn't write it. You know, people often ask us if we use AI.
We didn't read it either.
We didn't. We can't read it. People ask us from time to time if we use AI on our show, and I insist.
Nick.
Yes.
Do people ask us from time to time if we use AI?
I'm glad you asked that because people ask us if we use AI. We use on this show. There's no intelligence, including artificial or otherwise. Okay. Now, Steve Jobs, he started Apple, right?
Yes.
The Apple computers.
Yes.
Okay. He chose the
What
name.
was Steve's job?
He
created Apple Computer.
He did.
Okay.
He was the personal computer.
It's confusing.
Steve Jobs chose the name Apple for his product, partly to appear
because he had some pair.
No, he might have. He was the core of his wife's eye. There you go. There you have it.
It was a peach of a computer.
It was fuzz and all. So he chose the word Apple, the name Apple, partly to appear before his former employer. He used to work at Atari. So he chose Apple to appear before his former employer Atari in the phone book.
Right, because a lot of people would do that, like AAA Plumbing.
Right, exactly. So first of all, well, if you hire AAA Plumbing, and forgive me if you really have a company with that name, that means you're drunk.
Either that or you just stutter. Plumbing.
Right.
Not to make fun of people that stutter, Nick.
No, not at all. Oh my God, I started.
That's where the Nick at Totally Useless Information comes in. Please do not send them to the Roy.
Right. So our manager of complaints is Helen Wait. So we tell you go to Helen Wait. There you go. Now, he also liked the name Apple because it sounded fun, spirited, and not intimidating, reflected his recent visit to an apple orchard. And he had a fruitarian diet. Did you ever have a fruitarian diet?
You know, I did recently go when we went to Georgia. I went to an apple orchard. Okay. Did you know that?
No,
I went to Reese's apple orchard.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was great. And while you're there, you eat like a lot of apples off the tree.
You do.
Well, you're not supposed to, but I did.
Yeah, well, now.
I think they shouldn't have charged me admission. They should have just weighed me in.
They should. They weigh you going in and where you're going out.
Charge me by the pound.
Let me give you a little bit of history. So in the days before the internet, phone books were a primary way to find people and compare businesses as well. So placing the company's name early in the alphabet for Steve Jobs made it more visible than competitors whose names started with the latter letters.
You're still going on with this, huh, Nick?
Yep. Well, you keep interrupting with your apple orchard stories and stuff. Like, this is more appealing to the audience.
Oh, God. All right. Listen to this one. I love this.
Yeah.
The first microprocessor was built in 1971.
Okay.
The year that the first email was sent.
Ah,
pretty cool.
Yes.
So the first microprocessor was known as the Intel 4004.
Okay.
I guess they had a lot of mistakes before that.
They did.
But anyway, the 4004 was released in 1971. It contained 2,300 transistors. And get ready for this. It performed a staggering 6,000 operations per second.
Wow.
Yes. 10 years later, the 8,080 or something to that effect, I never wrote it down, but I was reading the rest of the article. 10 years later, they send out the 8,000 series processors, and they are doing 2.7 million, so it just exploded. In the technology just exploded, but it was 1971, the first microprocessor.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Bite this.
Are you back to Apple?
Yes. No. The word byte, B-Y-T-E, okay, goes bits and bytes.
I like
byte,
that, Nick, the way you did that.
Was coined by computer scientist Werner Buchholz.
Wow.
Buchholz. It's Buchholz. Buchholz.
Oh, Buchholz.
The word byte was coined by computer scientist Werner Buchholz in 1956 to describe a group of bits. It was intentionally misspelled to avoid confusion with bit, B-I-T, which is short for binary digit. The word byte, B-Y-T-E, is a phonetic respelling of byte, B-I-T-E, as in a mouthful of data.
I believe that's why they call it Bitcoin, binary digit.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So not to confuse the two, Werner Buchholz in 1956 said, I'm going to intentionally misspell
Yeah.
it.
Because he
B-Y-T.
couldn't call it something like, like he had to call it bit and bite,
Right, exactly.
because he thought he was comical.
Huh.
He had so many words he could have called it.
Right.
He could have called it like, car, which is totally different than bite.
Well, that's why I said bite.
Could have called them me's, and then you would have had bite me.
Right. That's why I said in this segment, I said bite this.
Bite this.
Right.
I get it. Now I get it, Nick.
Okay.
Now 91 countries around the world gets it, and they still have that grimacing look on their face.
And they're saying, bite me, B-I-T-E. Well, okay. So now I'm going to tell you that you just remember the word bite, okay? Because it comes up again later in the show. As you're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy, we invite you to go to our website, nickandroy.com. And
Nick, they need to go to nickandroy.com.
It's important that you do.
It's very important. I got to tell you, Nick brought up emailing us, and I suggest everybody email us.
Sure.
You'll get on the show.
Yeah.
But not only that, the emails that come in, I'm sitting there and I go through the emails, and it's, if we do a birthday message for one person, we get like 30 emails from people that heard it.
Yep.
How insane is that? That it is the greatest gift that you will ever buy for somebody. If you go to nickandroy.com, up in the corner, it says Nick and Roy Store. Hit on Nick and Roy Store. You can listen to a sample. It's a mini, totally useless show made for that person, for their birthday, for practically nothing. You look like the superstar of the world. You get that person that has everything. You get them something they didn't have, and something they will cherish and give to all their friends. They laugh. Oh, listen to this. Listen what they did. And then we get emails galore.
nickandroy.com.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. To access the full library of episodes, visit nickandroy.com. That's nickandroy.com. Totally useless information with Nick and Roy continues. Listen, laugh, and learn. Willkommen, bienvenue, benvenuto, bonjour. Welcome to Customs and Traditions with Nick and Roy.
Now, that's the voice lady.
I have no idea that she speaks all those different languages.
She does. She's multilingual. All right, Customs and Traditions. All right, I'm going to say this now again. Ready? Bite this.
You did it again.
No, I know, but it's not. This is B-I-T-E this time.
Oh.
India, China, and Vietnam all have a custom of tossing children's lost teeth for good luck. Okay. All right. So in East Asian cultures like China and Vietnam, lower teeth are thrown onto the roof of their house, while the upper teeth are either buried or hidden, with the belief that the new tooth will grow in straight. In India, a child might throw a tooth on the roof hoping a sparrow will bring a new one, or simply bury the tooth as a way to connect to nature. This tradition is one of the many worldwide traditions that helps children celebrate and understand the changes in their body, turning a potentially scary experience into a fun ritual, very much like the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah. See, it's nice when you have those things in life.
Right.
That, like the changes of life.
Right.
Like at one point, Nick looked like Art Garfunkel, and now he looks like
Art.
It looks like a Garfunkel.
Right. A Garfunkel. Yes.
A meaning a period Garfunkel. See how I did that, Nick?
Yeah, beautiful. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's no change to your luggage.
Oh, thank goodness.
AG, Nick's the AG.
Well, yeah, thank
and
God,
the OG.
Thank God doesn't do anything to my luggage, because I do have a lot of baggage, apparently.
Nick, when they say the OG,
yes,
you're the OG. Do you know what they mean?
I've heard it many times before. Tell the audience. Help the audience understand.
Original gangster.
Really?
You're the OG. The original gangster.
All right.
Yes. You're the AG and the OG.
Does it mean you got to talk like this?
No. You're the AG, the OG, and the EIEIO.
Okay.
All right. In Spain,
Yes.
there is a custom called La Tomatina.
Right. La Tomatina.
La Tomatina.
Right.
Okay. you have to say when you're speaking any type of Spanish, you have to use the phonetics of
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're thrown off the air. La Tomatina in Española,
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
is a small town called, I think it's Bunol,
Okay.
B-U-N with a hyphen above it, O-L.
Okay.
The town transforms. It's a very small town. In fact, they recently recarpeted the entire town. No, that's
Okay.
a joke.
It is.
Anyone who's ever seen the movie Arthur would know that.
Okay.
It's so small, the town. It's a 50-cent cab ride from one. No, that's
Yes.
that's from that movie.
Yes.
It's so small that the town transforms into a battleground where 20,000 people converge on this town with baskets of rotten tomatoes.
Oh.
And the signal is sounded and the attack begins. Anyone you see gets pelted with a tomato.
Wow. Jeez.
It's called La Tomatina, and I believe it happens in August, the last Wednesday in August.
Well, that makes sense, right?
Yes.
Because usually you start harvesting the tomato crops, which in
Yes.
the Italian tradition, since we are in traditions, as I segue.
No,
here,
they don't use the good tomatoes. They just use the crop.
The crop, right? The crop tomatoes. So Italians have their traditions where in the beginning, the first or second week of September, they grab some beautiful Roma tomatoes, and we used to do this as a kid. Since I have Italian background, Roy does as well. Did your family ever make their own sauce?
My of course, my dad would.
Yeah.
But you mean from like grinding the plum tomatoes
buying
down?
tomatoes and grinding them down and boiling them. Yeah, we did. It was a ritual.
Yeah.
It was actual ritual.
I know in your house you did.
We did, and we would make something like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 bushels of tomatoes. And that's something like 30 or 35 jars, mason jars of tomato
mason
sauce.
jars.
And the
boil
tradition
mason
goes
jar.
back, and again, going back to customs and traditions, because in the wintertime back in the old country in Italy, they didn't have refrigeration pretty much, and they needed to preserve these, and so they cooked the tomatoes, and they had tomato sauce pretty much through the winter months. Yeah.
I can remember very fondly
Yes.
walking into Nick's house from the side exit, down a couple of steps into the what would be considered, I guess, the basement area, which was converted into one large eating area.
Yeah. It was a
kitchen.
Yeah.
And I can remember walking in knowing that she was making the bread with the plum tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. The focaccia.
Oh my God. Legitimate focaccia. The real Italian focaccia. No mozzarella on top.
Yeah.
No, just the plum tomato, olive oil, oregano, and basil.
That's it.
Yeah. God, it was so good.
We're from the South, and so that's one of the Southern Italian dishes.
That was a very saucy discussion.
It was. And I think I've mentioned on the show once before, one of my, the one time I did stand-up comedy, I talked about how in our household we made tomato sauce. And of course, it's sacrilegious for an Italian family to buy like jarred tomatoes, like ragu or something like that. And so one time I ran out of our own homemade tomato sauce. I opened up a jar of ragu. As soon as I opened up the jar, the phone rang. It was my mom. She knew. She knew.
She heard the pop.
Yeah, she did.
She heard the pop.
She did. Okay, here's my teaser.
And that's why Nick is no longer doing stand-up.
That's correct. Yeah, they told me to sit down and get out. Spit on me. Here's my teaser. In some Kenyan...
Poo you. A pox on your family.
In some Kenyan weddings, the father of the bride spits on her head and chest as a blessing. While
on her head and her chest.
That's correct. While this may seem offensive in some cultures and downright creepy if he's spitting on his daughter's chest.
Yeah, exactly.
Dear Penthouse, the Maasai, the Kenyan Maasai weddings, this is the culture that they practice, consider spitting to be a gesture of respect, good fortune, and love. So within the culture, spitting is believed to represent the essence of a person, and this tradition is meant to transfer the father's blessings and wishes for a prosperous marriage to his daughter. Good luck, dear.
Yeah, I love you so much. Poo you.
Hey, I got that 1,500 miles away. What the heck?
Wow. What do they call it? The Loogie Festival?
Yeah, so you know how in the Italian weddings tradition they call la busta, which means the envelope, and that's where you put cash money in there to give a gift.
I know
or
what
whatever.
we should do. What country was it, Nick?
This was in
Indonesia?
Maasai in Kenya.
In Kenya.
Yeah.
Oh, so what we should do is go to Kenya, buy
Yeah.
a piece of land,
Right.
put up a little pole barn,
Right.
and do events there,
Right.
and we'll name it Flemings.
PHLEMMINGS. Which leads
Indonesia,
me.
Nick.
Hold on. Which
Oh,
leads me to.
now he's standing up again.
No, it leads me to those businesses out there who have a very clever name like Flemings.
Yes.
Send us an email at nickandroy.com and tell us your unique business name, like
Name.
the merchant.
We'll put it on.
We'll put it on. Merchant of Tennis is one, and I always love to quote this one. This actually came from our high school friend Jay from the Bronx, and it was a furniture store, the Shack of Sit.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great. So yeah, nickandroy.com. Go ahead. Sorry, in
So
Indonesia.
we're going to Indonesia now.
Okay, welcome to Indonesia.
The Dani tribe in Papua in Indonesia. When a loved one dies,
Mm-hmm.
they get very serious.
Oh.
They mourn the person that died. The next female in line, she mourns so much that she takes out this ceremonial knife and cuts off a piece of her finger.
Ouch.
Yes. It's the Dani tribe in Papua. They engage in the ritual called the Iki Palek. Ikipalek. Iki Palek. And the woman literally cuts off a part of her finger. They should call it the...
what did you write? Thank God you can't read your own handwriting. So this is at a wedding, an Indonesian wedding?
No, this is if a loved one dies.
Oh, if they die,
so that
I
you can
see.
show the mourning, that you
Yeah.
are mourning so much that you would cut a finger off.
Yes, usually after a funeral, a custom of funeral, since we're talking about customs here on Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy, they usually have some sort of luncheon afterwards. So, to kind of gather the family and stuff. Of course, in Indonesia, they serve finger food. I go a long way from that joke.
That was a long way, Nick.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information.
Attention all men, Black Friday is almost here, but Tom's Place sale has started, and it's the absolute best time to upgrade your wardrobe. Hi, Nick and Roy for Tom's Place.
Whether you're dressing for the office, a special event, or a night out, you need to be ready for it all. Looking sharp matters, and Tom's Place has everything you need for less. Polished business casual, stylish sport jackets, sophisticated suits, and tuxedos, all at the most unbeatable prices.
And Roy knows all about being sophisticated. Check out the selected dress shirts from $70. Select designer suits, normally $650, now $375, or grab 3 for $9.99. Sports jackets, 50% off. And with winter coming, top coats are 50% off. Tons of inventory on 2 floors. Even new arrivals are slashed to sell.
So you've got to see it all, and you can. You can see it at the website at toms-place.com. One more time, toms-place.com. The sale has been extended. One final week. Attention, one final week. Tom needs to clear the rest of the stuff off the racks. It's been amazing, but the prices have never been better than what they are now. So get into Tom's Place.
Dress for less. Tom's Place Black Friday sale on now. 190 Baldwin Street in Kensington Market. Tom's Place will suit you.
We're back with totally useless information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Bite me again.
No, not
In the rite
again.
of passage, boys from Brazil wear gloves.
Ooh, great movie. Boys from Brazil.
Oh, yeah, great movie, but this is not the movie. In the rite of passage,
Okay,
there's
okay.
the boys from Brazil.
We're
They're
gonna watch that tonight.
Okay, they wear gloves,
They
woven.
wear gloves
Okay, woven with
and high heels.
no, they're woven with bullet ants to demonstrate their courage and transition to adulthood.
What?
The
So
pro-
they put these biting ants
Yes.
inside a glove and then
Yes.
stick their hand in it.
It involves putting their hands into these gloves.
Well,
and-
if they were so tough, they'd have underwear like that.
Right. Bite me again. So, enduring the agonizing sting from the ants, this was a notorious, obviously painful, as you mentioned. The ordeal is repeated 20 times over many months to become a true warrior.
Well, you got to hand it to him. The laugh is on that woman who stuck her fingers in there and she's missing them.
That's right. Exactly.
She's like, those ants will bite nothing.
Right.
Mordita, mordita, mordita.
Okay.
I did that with a bit of a Mexican flair.
You
'cause it's
did.
from
You
Mexico.
did. I could smell it.
Mordita, mordita, mordita.
Okay, what
Now,
about
this is why I like Mexico so much.
why?
On your birthday,
Mhm.
the guests will chant this like a song.
Oh.
Mordita, mordita, mordita. I think
How
they do
nice.
it 3 times, like
Yeah.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Okay.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so they do it 3 times.
Yeah.
And then they commence to smash the birthday boy's face into the cake.
No. Really?
Yes, yes. And usually the cake is a tres leche cake. Have you ever had a tres leche cake?
No, what is that?
Nick, it's made from 3 creams.
Mm.
A liquid cream, a cream that they use and then a cream topping. Nick,
Ooh.
listen, folks, you need to watch the movie Boys from Brazil
Mhm.
while eating a tres leche cake.
Okay, yes.
Listen to me. Tres leche cake is awesome. You could smash my face into a tres leche cake. You could fill a bathtub. I would dive in with the
Okay.
tres leche cake.
How about you eat a tres leche cake while wearing gloves with bullet ants in them? How's that? So this next fact is swept off her feet. In parts of Germany,
Deutschland, Deutschland. This is great because it fits in with my mailbag. Deutschland, I say that with pride. Go ahead.
of course you do. It's a playful tradition for single men who turned 30. They're turning 30 years old. They sweep the steps of a public building, often a town hall, until a woman kisses him to release him from the task.
Mhm.
Friend,
Nick was sweeping from 30 to about the age of 50.
right,
They called Nick the janitor.
right. I sure cleaned up. Friends of the birthday celebrant will often make the job harder and more ridiculous by giving him a small tool, like a hand broom or even a toothbrush.
That's the reason why he hasn't found a girl to begin with. He has a small tool.
Right. That might be one of the reasons. They may also throw dirt, wood shavings, or confetti on the steps to make sure there's plenty to sweep.
Yeah.
So even though he's still sweeping, they'll continue to throw stuff on the steps until a woman stops by to kiss him. Now, for women,
With friends like that, what do you need enemies?
exactly. So for women, for single women turning 30, a similar
Ooh.
tradition may require them to clean doorknobs instead, not polish them, but clean doorknobs.
It happens in a crazy place called Canada.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I got one from Canada.
okay.
IHF contest. When you reach minus 20 Celsius,
Mm-hmm.
people, mostly long-haired women, dip their hair into the Ellipse Nordic hot springs.
Mm-hmm.
Then they pull their head out into the minus 20 Celsius, shake their head around,
Right.
and their hair freezes instantaneously into place. The winner gets $20,000, one for each negative Celsius.
Yes, yes.
He gets $20,000. And of course, it's fun because you get to see these lunatics.
Yeah.
The winner gets $20,000, which she usually gives to her husband because she dies
Right.
of influenza the
Yeah.
next day, of frostbite.
Yes. She opened the window and influenza. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy.
This is Totally Useless Television Information with Nick and Roy, the two guys that put the boob in boob tube.
We put the boob in the boob tube. By the
The
way,
old boob and the boob tube.
once again, that's the voice lady who does a great job with some of the narrations
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
And my mailbag has something to do with the voice lady.
In 2018, the top 4 highest paid male TV stars
Hmm.
were the four male actors in The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, really?
All four of them, the four guys. I forget their names on the show, but they were
Sheldon. There was Sheldon.
Sheldon,
Leonard.
Leonard, and Rashish,
Raj.
and
Rajesh.
Raj, yeah,
Rajesh.
Rajesh, and come on, his mother would scream his name,
Howard.
Howard.
Yeah, Howard. Yeah.
So those four guys,
Yeah.
were the highest paid. Plus, their show is syndicated all around the world, played sometimes like 15, 20 times a day.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So they're still making buco bucks.
They are. So Sheldon Leonard, by the way, Sheldon and Leonard, the two characters, were named after. Here's more here going down the rabbit hole again. Sheldon Leonard was the name of one of the producers of the Dick Van Dyke Show. Breaking Bad. Did you ever get into Breaking Bad, the TV show?
I literally
No.
I literally watched a piece of an episode. He was making crack or something in
Blue
a
crystal
trailer.
meth, yeah.
I just was
Crystal
not
meth.
into it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
So
didn't
the
make
blue crystal meth in Breaking Bad, okay, in the show Breaking Bad. I never watched it, so I can't say. But apparently Bryan Cranston did a great job in it. He was awesome, and many other people from that show. So the blue crystal meth that was used in Breaking Bad, okay. Now you're
Yes.
thinking, is it really the crystal meth? No, it was actually rock candy. To the point where Bryan Cranston gave it out as a party favor. The prop was produced by The Candy Lady, a local candy shop in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where the show was shot.
Wow. I
Yep.
used to love rock candy.
Oh, yeah.
My mom would buy it from the pharmacy.
Really?
They had the little candy section. It came in a little box and it was on a string. Did you ever get that?
No.
If anybody out there ate rock candy from a box on a string,
Right.
and you know what the brand name was or something, email us because that
Right.
I want to know.
There you go.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
In 1952, the year Nick was born,
Right.
in
100%.
1952, something on TV made a lot of waves, a massive amount of waves. And no, it wasn't Flipper.
Right.
Something walked out on the screen which shocked the world at the time. It was a pregnant Lucille Ball.
Oh.
Not only was she pregnant, they had to explain how she got pregnant
Yes.
and what was happening, which had never been done before on television. So they basically had to say that Lucy's having a baby with Ricky,
Mm-hmm.
which means that Lucy and Ricky did not sleep in those separate beds unless Ricky was seriously endowed.
Right. He had quite
So
a
they,
reach.
it really changed television.
It did.
Yep. Mhm.
Game of Thrones. Now you would think with all the different elaborate costumes and everything.
Loved Game of Thrones.
Well, they won. I think they've won many awards, including for wardrobe, right? And you would imagine. I mean, they
Yeah,
did
well, of
such a
course.
great job.
Plus lack of wardrobe for the blonde. In the
Right? Yeah. Exactly. So that was a
Which is
really
the reason why I watched it.
100%. Yeah.
Somebody said, "Wow, did you see the dragons?" I was like, "Dragons?
Dragons. Yeah. That's what dragons look like. So the show's costume designers deliberately distressed outfits to maintain a gritty realism. So, in fact, actress Sophie Turner confirmed that for a period of time, she was instructed not to wash her hair to help reflect her character's hardships. The costume department had a breakdown team whose job was to, as we said, distress and age costumes. This involved painting and destroying and repairing items to make them look old, worn, and realistic for that time period.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
What's in the mailbag? What's in the mail?
Hi, Nick and Roy. This comes from Howard. Howard from Toronto. Your show is my go-to for facts I never know I needed until I did. Okay. I tune in from Toronto on Newstalk 1010, which is part of the iHeartRadio Talk Network, and always enjoyed the banter, the trivia, and the totally useless brilliance, he says. But I've got a burning question that's been echoing in my ears. Who's the female voice that announces your segments? She's known as
She's
the voice.
famous.
She's known as the voice lady.
Infamous. I'm sorry, infamous.
She's got this. Check this out. She's got the kind of delivery that makes useless information sound usefully classy. Is she part of your team, a voiceover artist, or just someone who wandered into the studio and nailed it? No,
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Folks, do you think a show like this gets done with two boobs like Nick and I?
So he says, Howard says, I know this might be the most useless question you've received. No, it's not. But I had to ask. Please keep the facts flying and the laughs coming. So thank you, Howard, for listening to our show, and thanks for the email. Really appreciate it. And I will pass along your regards to the voice lady.
Okay, mine, I kind of hinted at during the show.
Yes.
Gretchen from Mannheim, Germany.
Yes.
Deutschland. She says Gretchen. And I know Mannheim, Germany, because my grandmother was from Mannheim, Germany.
That's
so
right.
Gretchen. Yeah. Awesome. You might be related to me. Who knows? My grandmother's maiden name was Wolf.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Cool. Yeah. She says, Roy, this is directed at me.
Yes.
I love how you sing our national anthem. You do it with so much pride. Wow.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, of course.
She says, I knew you were German because you are clearly much smarter than Nick.
Oh. Wow.
And she wrote LOL with a smiley face.
Yeah.
So she was just pulling your doorknob, Nick.
That's spam.
I must say, I find bald men very attractive.
Yes.
Do you know what polterbend is? Polterbend, polterbend, which is a German custom, and we did customs today.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Polterbend is the night before the wedding. Germans have a custom, especially Southern Germans. They have a custom where they smash dishes before the night of the wedding.
Right.
And they smash the dish to ward off any evil spirits that may be, lurking about the day before the wedding. So to make the wedding perfect and the start of a happy marriage, they smash the dishes. And the guy who's got no woman, he says, don't worry, I'll clean it up.
Right. And he sweeps. Yeah.
I got the broom.
Yeah.
Okay, Gretchen. Mannheim, Germany. So she made fun of you, Nick, and then she said bald men are super attractive.
You know it. Yep.
Maybe she's hitting at you.
Yep.
She should hit you in the head.
The bald head is a solar panel for a sex machine. Well, thank you very much, Gretchen. Really appreciate it.
Terrible.
It is. Thank you. On the show today, we talked about computers. We talked about customs and traditions. We talked about television. It's time for the news.
And now, from around the corner and around the world, this is TUI News.
In a viral video with more than 3.1 million views, Gabby called out The Gap for selling pants with an extremely embarrassing design flaw. She says The Gap, she calls out The Gap. The footage from this, I don't know if it's TikTok or whatever it is, but anyway, it's a viral video. She shows wearing the pants, but they appear to be black faux leather pants. So they're not real leather pants.
Right.
She proceeds to recreate the scene where she squats down to pick up what fell while she was in a restaurant.
Uh-oh.
And the pants make a sound that sound like a fart or a duck quacking.
I'm at a restaurant and I drop something accidentally and I go to pick it up and then that did not come from my
Wow. So the pants make a flatulence noise.
That's right. Now, it's not just a one-time fluke. She squats multiple times throughout the videos we just witnessed. And the mortifying
What do you
noise
think she
happens.
paid for these pants, Nick?
Well, she doesn't say, but she says that part of the material, they're fake leather pants.
Right,
And-
but did you pay like $50 for them? Because I paid $16.95 for a burrito the other day. I had the same experience.
Now, she's not the first person to discover that the leather or fake leather.
I was not the first diner to discover that in the Mexican restaurant.
Absolutely. So, from the fart-like squeaks to loud rubbing sounds, noisy leather pants have been a fashion frustration for years.
Yeah, but that's an oddly loud,
It
like
is. Let's
farting
hear.
noise.
Let's hear her once again.
I'm at a
Let's hear it
restaurant
again.
and I drop something accidentally and I go to pick it up and then
Yeah. Can you keep playing the bend over portion of that?
and I'm at a restaurant and I drop something accidentally and I go to pick it up and then
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there's an
So no, these pants are from the Gap.
apparently, yes. According to
Apparently,
her,
they didn't make the Gap big enough where it doesn't rub.
maybe. So
Now, I do not have the ability to see it. Is
No.
she a larger person?
no, she isn't actually. She's, I would say, medium size because I have seen the video. But she
Yes.
isn't. She's not the first person to experience this. So another TikToker, Christy, she addressed the squeaking issue, explaining why it happens and how to fix it. So this is one of those things, I guess, on viral video, whether it's TikTok or whatever platforms that you use or consume. There are people out there to help other people. So she says, according to Christy,
Speaking of consuming, that
Yes.
burrito. No.
according to this other TikToker, Christy, she says the squeak occurs for several reasons. There's friction between the leather and your skin. Dry,
Yeah, no poop. Go ahead.
no, dry leather material and wearing the wrong type of underwear or no underwear at all.
Oh, now we're getting real technical.
Yes.
And if that girl starts running around the block a few times, she could start a fire.
A chemical fire with all the plastic. It's
I
fake
smell
fur.
smoke.
No, that's just Gabby jogging. Just
Holy mackerel! So they're fake leather pants.
they are, but she says
That
so,
might be the issue, Nick.
Well, but here's the thing. So here's more.
I've never seen a cowboy running around with leather chaps on that seemed to be farting unless he truly was.
Exactly.
They had authentic farts. That's Levi's.
That's right. So now Chrissy recommends wearing cotton underwear instead of synthetic fabrics.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah. Since synthetic
Why
materials.
don't you wear grandma underwear too? That should be sexy.
bloomers?
While you're fake farting on people.
Right. You should wear grandma's bloomers is what you should be wearing.
You know what you should do? You should get a regular pair of pants.
Right. Yeah, but here's the part I think you
You
might
should get
like.
a regular pair of pants and squeeze those other pants over your car seats and use them as a seat cover.
Uh-oh, that's useful information. My goodness. So one last bit of help from Chrissy, she says, and this is something you might like, Roy. She
Yes, I would
suggests-
probably like the fart thing too, but go on.
That is true.
I'd be like, honey, can you bend down and get that for me again? And I would be like, can't take her anywhere. She does this a lot.
So
Watch this. Throw the knife on the floor.
So what? Can't take him anywhere. 3, 2. Oh man, that's hilarious. That's why your wife goes out alone. So, one last item that Christy suggests, which I think you'll really, really like, Roy.
Oh, she's made multiple suggestions.
She says, keep the
Not
leather.
get rid of the pants, but
Keep the leather lubricated.
oh, that's always good too. You go into a restaurant, you rub some butter all over. You butter yourself before you make the fart noise. That always works out really well. That's usually what you're bending down for. You drop the butter knife, you got all oily on your hands. Who knew that these 16.95 Gap pants could be so entertaining?
100%. Holy
They're
business.
probably wrecking the environment too.
They are. Well, when she goes to the restaurant, she asks for extra butter. Now we know why.
Yeah, 8,000 years from now, somebody's going to be digging in a spot and it's going to go.
One last item. In putting,
Oh no, there's more.
The last thing she says is put the pants on first, then apply the extra layer of leather conditioner. Right where the fabric rubs together, especially in the thigh area.
Yeah, then she may never go out.
Right.
Well, you see, I just started rubbing this lubricant on and decided to stay home.
Wow. That's all the time, thankfully, we have for this episode of Totally Useless
Hey,
Information.
that's wonderful, though. I got to thank the Gap. It's very rare that I found a woman who was already lubed up.
Right. Save all the trouble.
And think about it, Nick. You just throw the knife on the floor. She bends over. Guess what? That wasn't the pants.
And really amazingly, she buttered my bread. That's all the time we have for this episode of Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. We will scour the internet far and wide to find more totally useless information just for you.
So until next week, you can go to nickandroy.com and listen to 300 some odd back episodes too as well.
Yep.
And get yourself a little bit smarter than you are right now. Until then, tell a friend.
I'm
Go
Nick.
to nickandroy.com and get our newsletter too. Don't forget that. It's cool. It's really good.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy.
Thanks for listening.
I'm at a restaurant and I drop something accidentally and I go to pick it up and then